Yeah, I like to be alone sometimes, but like most of the time, like when I'm in the studio with artists and shit, like we just vibe with each other and just go from there, like cook up. It's kind of like a better way to make music instead of just sending it off. Youngsta was one of the only niggas who were fucking with me in the industry. I had made him some beats and shit. That was the one he picked. Man, I was mad as hell. Cause I was like, damn, this shit finna be bad on my name. I'm finna burn bridges with motherfuckers. But I ain't had nothing to do with it. You know, it just was like shit. It definitely was pros and cons to it though. You know what I'm saying? Like, it helped me get my name to a certain extent, you know, and it helped me like network with different people and shit. I know like when that shit had first dropped, and then I had came down here to Atlanta, I had linked up with Young Dolph. He was bumping that joint. He was like, damn, you made the birthday beat type shit. So that's how we had like linked up. So I definitely say it was pros and cons to it. Glock, that's my nigga from high school, you know what I'm saying? Like, me and Glock went to Hamilton together. That's when my other nigga, young nigga, went to school at too. And we were just making music together, all of us. So everybody like Kenny Money, all of us like just young niggas just grinding type shit. So like everybody who I was working with, I had like personal relationships with them. It wasn't just like, well, you know, he hot, so fuck with him. It wasn't none of that. It was on some, I knew these niggas type shit. So that what folks kind of looking like, damn, you fuck with Glock, and then you know what I'm saying, fuck with CMG. Nah, man, Glock go way back. And y'all still tell you that, you know what I'm saying? Like this shit, like we been spoke about before. It wasn't just no random shit. I just ran into Moneybagg like my freshman year in college, and then like we had did like the No Dylan joint, the No Dylan song. Like we did that, then we did I Got a Feeling, then all the other shit like down the line. But like No Dylan's was like real hot song in the city at the time, like real club banger. Yeah, I'm working with everybody, you know, like shit, like the shit with Wiz. I know y'all seen that, but like Block, new tape, Semi. I got some shit on that, a lot of shit on that. I don't really just want to say too many names that I ain't, you know what I'm saying, like told everybody that I'm working with, but like the names that like people done seen, like Uzi, 21, and Wiz. Yeah, I mean, plenty of artists that I want to work with, but like around like this year, I say like there's a reachable goal. It's probably like Travis Scott, Migos type shit. That'd be cool to work with them. I want to work with a lot of producers. Like it's just different. Like I can always want to work with them, but will I vibe with them niggas? You know what I'm saying? Cause like producers got egos and shit just like rappers do too. So you know it's just all about getting to know niggas and building relationships with them. But yeah, I for sure want to work with a couple producers. Most surprises on like how easy that shit is. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you get you a hit, that shit just everything just fall in place. Like you start getting clothes, free clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like free, you know, like just free everything type shit, shoes, all that shit. So they're just like surprised me. Folks been knew I've been popping back so much shit I did, like the Moneybagg and then the Youngsta, then like just the Glock, all that shit. Like I've been doing that shit. So them niggas like we been working so long with it. Like folks know my sound already. So like the Drake shit just stamped it, put the icing on the cake. When they Look Alive dropped, man, like my shit was going crazy. Like my whole social media platform changed after that day, and that shit been changed ever since. I went from like probably like 10,000 followers to like 13 in it, you know what I'm saying, at that time period. Like that shit just went so fast, you know, then that shit just started building and building. Like then I had got verified on my shit. But that shit was dope. Like just waking up and seeing that shit verified. Like I've been trying to do that shit my whole time on social media, on Facebook and Twitter and shit, you know what I'm saying? Snapchat, all that shit, like social media just for like them to like recognize who I am. That shit was dope. I want to be remembered for being a game changer, like a culture, you know, like on some how Migos came and changed the culture, and like kind of like pretty much what me and Block doing now. Like we changed like how like to be more specific, like on some Tay Keith and Young Chop shit, you know what I'm saying? Like how they came and just had the whole wave and changed like rap to what it is now. I feel like that's what me and Block doing in a sense, but we just really like putting on for Memphis. That Memphis sound and shit, that shit been stole and niggas been you know what I'm saying, biting the sauce for years. You know, it's just like when I put like that sound with my sound, and I just push that shit behind it, it put Memphis on a whole different level because it wasn't just Block who was dropping on my shit with the Memphis bounce to it. It was everybody else in the city too, so that shit just felt perfect. Back in the day, you know, like our folks was on like 3-6 and Project Pat had a big ass influence on not just Memphis, but like the South period, you know, and I feel like he don't get as much recognition as he should type shit, but like Project Pat and niggas like A-Ball, MJG and shit like that, they had that bounce, this shit that our folks were listening to, so by the time we were born, our folks had passed that shit down to us, you know, like, cause that's what the shit they grew up on, so it kind of like a chain reaction, but it's really the culture, you know what I'm saying, like, so it's like, damn, why not keep that shit going and create the whole new wave type shit. Hey, y'all know what's going on, man. Shout out to my folks, My Mixtapez, man, for showing me love. You know, it Tay Keith in this motherfucker.